Hello and welcome, this is Robin and you are watching English Fluency with Robin. Today we are going to part 11 of English grammar. So here we have the part H of basic words in English. If you haven't watched the previous classes, you can check today's video description. I have given an English grammar playlist link. You can click on the link to watch from part 1. I have included these basic words in English. These are in fact verbs in English, action verbs in English grammar portion, because we need to learn the present and past forms and the sentence usages to proceed to the grammar portion. Okay, so let's get started. Here you can see that I will be highlighting with the mouse in light blue color, so you can see the words and the sentences as well, right? You can see that in the blue color. You can read along with me and be an active learner. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask in the comment section. I will be happy to reply to your comments and I will be happy to clear your doubts also. Okay, I see this not only as a YouTube channel, I see this as a learning platform for you. I see this as a real classroom and you people as my real students. So if you have any kind of doubts, please feel free to ask. So let's get started. Ignore, I-G-N-O-R-E, ignore. What does the word mean? Don't ignore safety warnings. Don't ignore safety warnings. What is the meaning of this? There are safety warnings in beaches and any place there where there may be some danger. Okay, so there are safety warnings on many places, so you should not ignore these warnings. Now what does that mean? You should follow this warning, you should not act against it. Okay, so ignore, the past form is ignored. You can see the sentence here, you can read along with me. The tourists ignore the safety warnings. The tourist ignored the safety warnings. What does that mean? So it's a past form. Ignore is the present form and the ignored is the past form. The tourist ignored the safety warnings. So there were some safety warnings near the beach, and the safety warnings were not to swim in the beach because the sea was dangerous. But some tourists ignored these warnings and they did what they should not have done. Okay, so they did not follow the rules. So whatever rules are there, you should follow that. So ignore, the past form is ignored. The second word is insult. Insult. So you can look at the sentences here, so you will get the meaning from this context. Don't insult anyone. Don't insult anyone. So insult means telling something to someone which they don't like, maybe in front of other people. So when you insult someone, their feelings will be affected. They will become sad, they will feel bad about it, etc. Okay, the past form is insulted. Someone insulted him in the presence of his friends. Someone insulted him in the presence of his friends. So I found one of my friends being very sad. I asked him, what is the reason for being sad? What happened to you? So he told me that he was insulted in the presence of his friend by someone. So he was insulted. So insult means telling bad about something, telling bad about someone in front of others, etc. So your feelings will get affected. So it is not a good habit to insult anyone. You should avoid doing that. Insult. Okay. The next one is confuse. Confuse. I think you have heard about the word confusion. You are familiar with that, right? When you have a confusion, you are doubtful about doing something, whether you should do it or not. You do not have an idea what to do. So you are in a confusion. Okay, if you just like that, here confuse is the verb here. Don't confuse him. Don't confuse him. So someone is giving a lot of advice or giving a lot of instructions all together to another person, and I think the person is very confused by hearing all these instructions, listening to all these instructions. So I told him, don't confuse him, give him one instruction at a time so that he will not be confused. So don't confuse him. Okay. The past tense is confused. You can read the word sentence here. He confused me with the directions to the museum. I wanted to go to the museum. So I saw someone and I asked him the directions. He agreed to help me with the directions, but he confused me with the directions to the museum. So he gave me some directions, but they were not really clear. But the way he gave me the directions was confusing to me. So I was not really clear about that. Okay. So confused, the past form is confused. The fourth one is arrive. Arrive. Okay. So you know the word reach. When you go to some place, you can say, I reached the office at 9 AM or I reached the railway stations. You go to one place, go from one place, leave from one place and reach another place. Okay, just like that, arrive means almost the same like reach, but when you talk about vehicles time, arrival time, etc., you can use the word arrive. When will the train arrive? You are waiting at the railway station with your friend and you ask your friend when will the train arrive. So he says that the train will arrive in 30 minutes. Got it? The train hasn't yet arrived though, the train will arrive. Okay, the train arrived at the railway station on time. Here arrive, the past form is arrived. So when you talk about vehicles, use the word like arrival, departure, etc. So instead of reach, you can use the word arrive there. The next one is modify. Modify means to make some changes. Modify, to make some changes. Okay, should we modify this design? Should we modify this design? One of my friends, he knows how to draw house designs. So I am planning to build a new house, construct a new house. So he showed this design to me and he asked me whether, are you okay with this design? Are you okay? Should we go forward with this design or should we modify this? That means, should I make any changes to this design? Modify means to make changes. The past form is modified. He modified the house design to make it more modern. The design was good, but I wanted to make it more modern. So I asked my friend to modify it. So he says that, so what did he do? He modified the house design to make it more modern. Modify, to make some changes. That is the meaning. Bargain, this is a familiar word. When you go to a shop or you go to a vendor, you are planning to buy some items from there. You are planning to shop from there, and the cost of items, you are not happy with that. You want to get it at a lower price. So when you are bargaining means you are talking to a shopkeeper or a vendor to get something at a lower price. To get something at a lower price. That is the meaning. Okay. Don't bargain anymore. You went to a shop, you started bargaining, the shopkeeper was not happy about it. Okay. He was ready to reduce the price, but you still bargained for reducing the price even more. So he was not happy with that. He told you, don't bargain anymore. Past tense is she bargained. You can look at the sentence here. Bargained. She bargained with the vendor and purchased the toys at a cheap price. She bargained with the vendor and purchased the toys at a cheap price. She went to a vendor, she wanted to buy some toys and the prices were a little bit high. So she wanted to reduce the price. That is why she bargained with the vendor and purchase the toys at a cheap price. Before we go to the next word, I like to remind you that if you find this training session very useful, you can give me a like for this video, and if you think this training session is worth sharing with your friends or family, you can share it with them. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell too, so that you won't miss any upcoming training sessions. So let's continue. Describe. The next word is describe. You know what is the meaning of describe? The related word is description. So you are explaining about something, you are describing something. Got it? Can you describe that to me? Can you describe that to me? I told one of my friends something happened, an event happened or an incident happened though. There was an incident. So he asked me to describe that incident, to tell something in detail. Describe means explain about something or to tell something in detail. He described the whole incident to his friends. Describe, the past tense is described. He described the whole incident to his friends. So he gave a description. Got it? Choose. Okay. Choose means to select something. Which one did you choose? Here, one of your friends went to a shop to buy a shirt. He went to a textile shop. Okay. So I asked him, which one did you choose or which shirt did you choose? Past tense is chose. C-H-O-S-E. That means selected. She chose the white dress for her birthday party. So there is a mistake over here. I will make some corrections here. Yeah. She chose the white dress for her birthday party. It was the birthday party was coming up. So she chose a white dress. So choose means to select something. The past tense is chose. The next one is receive. Receive means to get something from someone. I receive emails from him every week. So one of my friends, he he has a habit of sending me emails every week. So I say that I receive emails from him every week. The past tense is received. I received the offer letter last week. So I'm telling my friend I received the offer letter for my admission. Okay, to get something. Repeat, to tell again and again. To whatever you tell someone, you repeat it, means you tell again and again. Okay, so can you repeat it? Can you repeat it? Your teacher explained a portion, but you did not understand it very well. So you ask your teacher, could you please repeat it? Teacher, can you please repeat it? Okay, the teacher repeated the question for the students. That is the past form. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the training session. So kindly like the video if you found it useful, and share it with your friends too, and consider subscribing to this channel. And your support means a lot to me. It's quite inspiring when you give me likes, and also write your feedback in the comments. And if you have any doubts, feel free to ask. That's all for today. I'll be back with the next training session soon. Bye.